Good afternoon, all. I'm Bala. I'm from Western Electronics India Private Limited. Let me introduce my team member. He is Nirmal. We both pertains to finance department. Actually, finance department, this is the first Six Sigma segment we are presenting ours. So my topic here is, the project I have taken is process optimization. Process optimization in accounts receivables process. Okay, we are handling accounts receivables. We are top 5 companies and we are tier 1 automotive industry, and we more look into the cockpit electronics. And in India, we are doing our business with Chennai, Pune, and Bangalore. Chennai, we have manufacturing industry. Pune and Bangalore, we have shared service centers. Okay, the case study, as I already mentioned, I have taken here my case study is AR receivables. AR, which is accounts receivable process. So accounts receivable process is a money which we have to collect from our customers, which owes, we did a sales, which owes with the customer to collect the collection money. So here our target is, we actually started with 26 of our overdue and we reduced to 16%. So we have actually top 30 customers, and we taken one automotive project. With the help of that automotive project, we reduced 2 man hours and we stabilized, we streamlined our accounts receivable process. Let me take through what is the implementation we did in the slides. So here my problem definition. Before I'm defining my problem, let me give you a brief example about accounts receivable process, because more of people are related here manufacturing industry. So what you think about is receivables is just a receivable which the money has to collect from the customers. Yes, obviously 90% of our business receivables is actually the money which has to collect from the customers, but the overdue here, the problem statement I'm facing is not only because of the customer collection. So the overdue, which involves customer collections and the deductions which I explained. So you people are talked about many discrepancies, the quality issues, the supply issues, scraps. So all those, what customer will do, they put our invoices on hold of payment. That will also cause us the increase in our overdue statement. And the quantity related, any overshipment or undershipment, pricing related, short payments, there are so many causes which is causing the overdue percentage and the collection, the payment pending. It's not only because of the regular sales. So what is the problem statement here? If the overdue percentage is increased, that will have the impact in the deficit cash flow. Business has the funds, business will have a fund to run through their process, plan their activities. So increase in overdue will cause the deficit in cash flow, which we have to answerable to the management peoples. Why there is an increase? Why there is a deficit in cash flow? So the problem statement we have taken here is how to reduce the overdue percentage in our accounts receivable process. Okay, that too the business linkage with the cash planning. Why business addressed this issue to take in a project and reduce the overdue is, they have to have the cash flow in sufficient manner. That is the reason we have taken this project, and we identified some top list, which is huge pending collection list. The sales whatever we made, we have not received the money from the customer. Aged overdue invoices. There are some historical invoices which we don't find any reasons at all, but still that is in the bucket of 120 days of agings. So deduction in our payment, just before I explained, because of the quality issue, because of some quantity kind of things, the deduction will made in our payment. And the short payments, any short shipments which made from our end, that will lead to the short payment issue. And pricing differences. So pricing difference will happen very frequently because the customer and our customer will update their PO, they will update their price very frequently. And if the communication is not been happened to our marketing department in a timely manner, that will lead to the price differences. So these are the top 5 areas, problem statements we identified. And So initially in Q4 data I have plotted here, we are actually 25.7% of overdue before implementing the automation process, what we're going to discuss now. So we just think, what is the root cause? So why we have this much of huge overdue? How we have to close it off? So what are the major top issues? We just identified four top areas. One is delay in payment. Some customer, what they are doing, they will calculate the aging bucket and the payment will happen on the first week of next month. However, the overdue will be cleared, but that particular month the collection will not be received. So if it is for 60 days of aging bucket, the collection should be happened on the 60 days of aging. So if it is not happened, that will lead to the overdue. That is the first category. And the second one is deduction. There were huge deduction, and we are not able to identify whether the deduction is pertains to quality department, quantity, or any other issue, why the deduction was happened, if it is related to warranty. So there was no reasons and remarks to be identified for the deduction, which is also increased the overdue payment. And the price issue, customer will change the price and there is no communication to us to update in our system to raise further invoices with the correct prices. And for short payment, some customer, what they do, even the price they revise, there is no communication, they will make payment according to their PO number. What is the price in their PO? The payment will be happen. So if we raised invoice in the increased price, that will lead to the short payment. Still we show that as a collection to be received from the customer, but that will not happen. So apart from these, some other areas are also identified. Customer keeping our material in their warehouse for some days, some pricing issues, pro forma payment we received in advance, that is also not part of our aging. So, but the top area we identified as the payment delay, deductions, price issues, and the short payment. These are the top four areas we identified, and we just informed these four areas, and we just took for the what is the measure, how we have to clear the aged items in these buckets. So if we clear this, that will help to the management to increase their cash flow to meet their business requirements, and the AR overdue will meet their target. We have a target. This much is the overdue we have to keep at the month. So that is possible to meet the overdue payments and the automation. If I want to achieve these 2 points, some tool or some kind of anything, the artificial intelligence to be expected to clear this. So the major activity we have taken is we just sit and understand how much time. So at a first step, payment delay, I have to circulate. We have to inform the customers that what is the invoices, what are all the outstanding you have to pay to me. That communication, that information to be shared to the customer at a first level. So what we did is we just study how much time we have taken to share the outstanding statement to the customers. And the second top category is the deduction. Any deduction if customer is debiting without any knowledge and without any prior information to us, so how we have to address those issues. So the process time taking for pricing analysis, that is the the third area. So we identified, we just sit and do a calculation of these 3 points and worked a detailed action plan. So how we have to get, if payment delay, how we have to approach the customer, what is the action plan we need to take in, like pricing, if price to be updated system on a timely manner, what action to be taken to avoid the invoices raised in the highest price or in the lowest price, and the GRN activity and like deduction. So we mentioned some of the detailed action plan and we started analysis. So here we identified the problem statement, we measured what is the cost, what activity we have to perform, then we just looked into the analysis, what we have to do, how we have to do, how we have to reduce the overdue percentage and all. So at the analysis stage, again we redefine our aging report. We just break down the aging report by many bucket I could say, some category wise, okay. the overall AR aging report will be splitted into too many categories. The regular invoices, the tooling invoices, supplementary invoices, deductions, stored payment, unapplied cash. Some customer, unapplied cash here I mean to say is some customer will make a payment, but they will not give the detail of that particular payment. So which also not possible to clear the outstanding detail from the aging report. So unapplied credits, any rejection. So similarly, any material rejections happen from the manufacturing department. The rejection material will come inside our plant. Our plant people has to book the rejection to remove. They will do rejection. The same time they will do the deduction. They will debit. So if the rejection and the deduction will booked in a same time, then the overdue will get reduced. So we plotted so many categories and we identified which top category is causing more percentage in the AR overdue. So now we identified these are some of the listed regular tooling, engineering and all. So tooling and engineering, okay, we should not focus on more because the tooling and engineering, they have their own process. The tooling should be moved to the customer place. They have the tool movement category, listing, everything has to be done. So the top area we can able to address to reduce our overdue is one is the regular invoice and another one is the deduction portion. So we identified these two and we start implementing something to address this issue. To provide the data on a timely manner to the customer to get the collection as soon as possible. So our management fixed a target to us to reduce the overdue percentage to 4%. We actually in the percentage of 25, they established a target to reduce that into 4%. We identified some top customer, actually number of customer is 30. Average time taken. As a first step to get collection from the customer, we have to share the list, outstanding list, any detail to be provided to the customer so that we can follow them. These are the list, you have to make a payment to me. So the basic information we have to share to the customer. So we just identified the time taken for preparing a statement to share the customer to preparing a statement and share for each customer. So one customer is actually taking 30 minutes to prepare a outstanding list to and the deduction details. And we actually head count is 2. We 2 people handling the receivable process. We have to handle the end-to-end receivable processes. So the overdue percentage so far is 25 and we actually first analyze to fix a time to reduce the time from 30 minutes to 15 minutes with the same head count of 2 people, and we fixed our internal target as 20%. At least by reducing 15 minutes, we can able to achieve 20% of AR. So this is the table we analyzed, we identified. And the next step is, this is actually the data we are doing. We have to take the list of invoices, make a summary kind of thing, share with our customer. One customer, we have to prepare all 30 customers like this. So this is the sample for deduction details. So deduction I have to circulate with internal department as well as my external customers. I don't know the deduction is pertains to what, so I have to follow with the customer. If it is related to warranty, quality department, I have to contact with my quality department. Any material rejection, then have to contact with the material department. So this is the this is the activity we did manually to share the list of details to outstanding external person as well as our internal persons. Okay, so this is actually taken 30 minutes for each customers. Now we think how we have to improve this. Then we get lot of distractions. So our month closes actually will take 7th working day or 8th working day. Then I started sharing the statement to the customer, that will take 10th. In between, if any payment is being received, I might circulate a wrong statement to the customer. The customer will get annoyed and given back to me that I already make a payment of this invoice. Why are you sharing this details? So to avoid this kind of activity, we have to share the detailed list to the customer on the first working day or the second working day. That will not possible to happen because since we are a finance person, we have lot of expenses, budget versus actuals, everything to be posted on day 7 or day 8. After the day 8, all the entries is being posted, this aging will be finalized. So we just think what we actually thought what we have to do, how we have to avoid this. So the implementation activity we did is we just go for an automation process. However, the aging is being finalized on day 1. the statement to the customer to be circulated automatically without any manual intervention. Expenses, that and all, it's secondary part. However, the statement will be circulated on the first of every month. There will be no annoy from the customer saying I already made a payment, because whatever the payment already made, which is cleared, and the aging is taken on the first day of the every month. So we just go for automation. This is the actually automation process. The category. Here we have actually selected some category. This is the deduction and this is the invoices. We prepared a template kind of thing by using the consultant outside. This is not actually macro. This we did some VB programming along with the macros. Okay. So once the aging has been finalized, everything has been pasted in a template. Once you select the category, automatically email will go to all 30 customers within 2 minutes of time. And if I select invoice, all the outstanding detail of list to be circulated to the customer, all the customers, 30 customers. So this is auto-generated email. I'm not able to share the customer emails here, so I just taken some sample emails which I put my ID and received in my system. Okay, so after implemented this, we see the tremendous result. Okay, now we are in the percentage of 16, but still I could say we are not able to meet our target because of increase in the volume and the economic situation. Now the automotive industry is actually bad, so I'm not getting the collection properly. So due to some economic situation and the increased volume, we are still at 16%, but I could see this is a good improvement from 25% to 16%. And the result is, actually 30 minutes per customer now reduced to 2 minutes before after implementing this automotive activity. So this actually saved 2 man days in a month using this DMAC implementation. Okay, so the control we are here fixed is once the automated generated email, the statement is also saved in our desktop, we can actually reconcile with the customer data whether the data is circulated properly or not. We can randomly choose some customers and check. This is the control point we have implemented for our own confirmations and all. That's it.
So on slide 10, can you just show me slide 10? Slide number 10. Just go back 10. I still cannot understand why you didn't choose 114, or how is this metric measured? You say percentage, no?
Yeah. This 100% is my overall AR. So if my overall AR is 100%, out of 100%, 42% is causing because of payment delay, 61 deduction accordingly.
Okay. Then what does anything above 100 mean to me?
However, I have taken my overdue. The overdue is overall 100%. Overdue is my 100%. So I have derived the numbers. How much is causing the payment delay? How much is deduction? Just converted into the percentage.
So correct. So something, if out of 100, or like, what does it mean? Says short payment is 108%. I can't understand that.
Yeah, so this is actually comparing. Yeah, I understand your point. The overall AR is 100 and the overdue out of the short payment, why that is 108% means the overall AR will not comes under due. So some of the invoices might get due, and we have average period of collection which is 45 to 50 days or something. Comparing the overall AR, the short payment is huge. We have a sales of 100. So out of 100, it might be capable to have 20 rupees as a short payment, but I might have 40 rupees as a short payment, comparing my overall AR. That is the reason that will come under 108%.
So you said the regular invoices contribute 92%.
Yeah.
How much of that is accounted by these 30 customers? How did you relate? You chose 30.
Yeah.
How much is the percentage contributed by this 30? So you are making a link. You have to also, I expect us to make the same link.
Okay.
Correct?
Regular invoices.
Why did you choose only 30? I'll put the question in a simple way.
Actually, my number of customers is 30.
So, okay.
My number of customer is 30. So if I go deep dive and analyze what is the, for all the 30 customers, the regular payment which is having the 94, which is contributing 94% in my overdue statement. Regular shipment, regular invoices means the sales we made and owe the payment from the customer without any supplementary tooling
But are
services.
there
No.
internal customers, since you are from Visteon and I know Visteon is part of Ford?
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, are there problems with internal customers or are there problems with external customers?
We have very small number of intercompany and we have external customers huge. So we have so many third party customer and the issue with third parties.
Issue with third party.
Yeah.
Madam, slide 12, please.
Yeah.
This detailed action plan GRN.
Yeah.
GRN means goods received note, right?
Goods received note.
Received note.
Yeah.
This is from customer and you will collect. No, this GRN, normally
Yeah.
customer, once you supply, they will prepare goods received note.
Yes.
That
See,
you will supply, get from the customer.
No, yes, yeah, actually we will follow from the customer. I'll tell you the reason. We have the maximum contribution in our regular shipment. So once I shared the list of outstanding detail to the customer, some customer may these invoices are not part of my track. I have not received invoices. So those scenarios, to avoid those delays, we will get nowadays every customer will have the portal access. We should not delay on the customer to share, hey, give me your receipt note detail, and I can able to download the GRN from their portal, plot the GRN. You should not say that I have not received this invoice. You received and you have a GRN made for this particular. So as per my due, you have to pay this invoice to me.
No, that the GRN will give all these three bullet point, frequency of payment cycle to be discussed with the customer, getting commitment to release, because this GRN will say how many quantity they received or any shortfall is there in the quantity.
GRN is a tool. We confirm that customer, we confirm to customer that you received this material. So as per my payment frequency, you already made a GRN. From the GRN date, 60 days, this date is your payment date and you have to make payment accordingly. That is the instruction that is the commitment.
You take that as a data point, that is a reference point.
Yeah, that is the control. GRN is a control point.
From the date of, only you will take the date only, for maybe 30 days or 60 days.
Some references, I might also take some references to prove them. Only if I give the date, they will not accept some.
So your terms is not from the date of invoice, from the date of GRN.
It's depend on the customer terms. So
Okay.
some customer we have X work. So those customer I will calculate the day from the invoice date. Some customer we have FOB. Those customer I will calculate the due from the GRN perspective.
Fine. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you.